Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the first iteration of the K12 Esports League Valorant Edition. We've got an excellent match coming up for you guys here today. We have CAVA versus from
NCVA.
NCVA. Thank you. I am ZG Fenrir here, joined by my lovely co-host Weedles, and we're here for an exciting match today.
This is a week 2 of the league. Week 1, I believe NCVA won their match
Mhm.
2-0, and CAVA tied
Yes,
1-1.
they went
This
1-1.
league is a 2-game series no matter what.
Yep, right up until playoffs when it becomes best of 3. But for right now, we're just trying to figure out where everybody's placements are here in our little Swiss bracket that we've got going so far. We're almost ready to start our game here. We've got everybody in our lobby. We are currently trying to do pick and bans for our maps at the moment. So we will find out information about that shortly. But I'm pretty excited.
I am too. I haven't been big into the Valorant scene lately, but I used to be.
Yes,
Used to be.
yes, he was quite a good Valorant player back in our day.
Back in our day.
Back in our day when we first played in the beta. You played in the beta, right?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I did too. I think we both took a break right after that, actually, which is really funny.
Yes.
So,
I don't know if we said we're University of Idaho Esports.
oh yeah,
Helping host this K12 Esports League.
yeah. Shouts out. We're very excited to help these guys. They reached out to us and they're like, "Hey, your guys' streams are pretty good. We like what you guys are doing, and we would like to see if you guys can do the same thing for us." And we're like, "Oh yeah, we'd love to help out. We love seeing the esports scenes growing in general, and seeing all these kids play these video games that we grew up playing is really cool. I think so.
Yeah, I was in high school, I think, when the beta came out.
Yeah,
Makes me feel old.
yeah. I think almost 7 years, because it came out in 2020. Oh, yes, not seven.
That's
Almost 6 years.
Not even 6 yet.
Almost 6 years. This game has been out so far. Been quite a journey it's been on.
Yeah. I don't know. We were looking at a bit of the ranks and stuff
Yeah.
going on. Hopefully, it should be a close match. I haven't seen what these teams play like since week 1. I don't believe got streamed anywhere.
No. So we're unsure what their rosters are going to look like, which players are going to be in and subbed out, what the character agents are going to be looking like. However, we did do a little bit of research into that ranked stuff that you mentioned earlier, and so far it's looking like NCA is looking like they're skewed to be the favorites for this match.
I think they average around a diamond rank,
Mm-hmm.
where CAVA averages maybe plat.
Mm-hmm.
Based off what I was seeing. I don't know how the skew would work on that, but it's somewhere around there.
We'll also have to see how it is that they're going on for today. I see that looks like map number 1 is probably going to be Ascent. I am unsure if this was the end of the map pick bands or if it's just the default game category that they're on, but they should be on Haven, it sounds like. No, never mind. I'm getting misinformation from our production. Okay.
Ban was Haven. Oh,
I see.
it's a shame. I know Haven. I like Haven.
Haven is great. It was the only map there in the beta there for a while.
Was it really?
It was the map in the beta. It was the
Oh.
only map with 3 sites, and it's also the most unchanged map in the game. So
We don't want
Haven's
no.
been around for a very long
We
time.
don't need no 3 sites. 2 T-sided.
Yeah, it is pretty T-sided that way.
You can't tell me a 3-site map is not T-sided. It just spreads the CT thinner and lets the Ts push wherever they want to push.
It's true. Unless you all gamble one site and then you run into 5, and then you're like, oh, well, now we're having problems here.
Or you just play retake.
Or you can play retake. Yeah. Okay.
CAVA banned Haven? And Bind.
Bind. Okay, that is unfortunate. Bind is a really common pick I've found, especially in our collegiate league, but just in general, I think a lot of people really, really like Bind. So seeing it banned so early is actually surprising to me.
I think it's also one of the oldest maps. I think it was
Mhm.
in the game from the start.
Yeah.
Maybe not in beta, but from the start.
Yeah.
I
Very-
wouldn't mind an Ascent pick. I
Hmm.
like Ascent. Ascent, in my opinion, just kind of feels like the most just skillful map. There's not a lot going on where there's a bunch of different things happening. Just kind of the map is the map.
Yeah, I think Ascent, especially in terms of like meta comps and stuff that people have been running over the years, it's been fairly consistent throughout the years. And so it's really has boiled down to, like you said, hey, it's all about how well players are playing and not, oh, how well can we counterpick our opponents on this map. So that doesn't surprise me that that map is still in the play if people think that they can outplay their opponents there.
Yes, I believe the new agent as well that was released
Mhm.
is not going to be allowed to be played this week.
Not for this week, no.
Next week, it should be allowed. So you'll probably see a switch up of play styles and team comps as of next week.
Yeah, Vado, I don't know how well he's been doing in the pro league scene because we're kind of in a lull while I wait for champs to finish because he's not allowed in the champs series right now. So we haven't actually seen any of the pro teams pull him out quite yet. So I'm curious to see how he's going to shake up the pro scene there. Got a Pearl ban, it sounds like. Pearl recently got some new changes as well to the B bomb site. That actually happened a week ago, actually, is when those changes got made. So now it's a little bit easier to peek from weird angles on site.
That
So
map already seemed weird enough to peek from weird angles.
yeah, they added more of them. Only on the B bomb site though. The A site's the same. So and
Hmm.
same with all of mid.
And then that sunset ban. All right,
Do you like Sunset? How much Sunset have you played?
little to none.
Little to none.
Little to
Okay.
none.
Well, we're not seeing it here today, so you don't have to worry
It
about it.
was released. It was released after I had pretty much stopped playing, but I have been on it maybe 3 to 5 times in total
Yeah.
from different tournaments and just hopping on.
I think that slowly Sunset is becoming the new version of Ascent. It's been played quite a lot in the pro level scenes as well as in our collegiate league. I think that we've played on Sunset every single week that we've played.
Is it our pick?
It's not our pick, no. Our opponents are the ones that are picking it. But it is a very popular Mac pick as far as skill contestation and just there are a lot of agent variety that happens on Sunset as well. So being able to see a ban there also makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, we're fully used to seeing the collegiate level of these games and this game specifically. I'm excited to see what high school has to show for it.
Yeah.
Is it all of school or is it just high school?
So it's technically K12 Esports League is what the league is saying here. So I would imagine that if they had a middle school school that wanted to play, I don't think they would disallow them from playing. You can't quote me on this because I'm unsure. Um, but I would imagine that they would at least have a league of some kind, whether or not it's high school specific. I couldn't tell.
We can say for sure they're at least grade 12 and below.
Yes, for sure. They have to be in high school, no matter what. Yeah, we're ready to go whenever
We are good to
they're good to
go.
go. Sounds like we've gotten the okay from both production and each of the teams. I see they each have a coach as well, actually, which is not a normal occurrence, I think, for a lot of these high school and collegiate level teams.
Yeah, even our collegiate struggles to find coaches for every game like that.
Mhm.
But slowly switching there and having a coach in game can really help you, especially if you go down, take a timeout, get a mental reset.
Yeah.
Can be something that completely changes the game.
Yeah, even just taking like 30 seconds to figure out, hey, what's their economy like? And just, hey, we really need to slow down our pace. We've been making these kind of mistakes with our buys and with how we've been playing. And then being able to switch it up that way is super duper good for timeouts like that.
Or even just focusing on the mental game.
Mhm.
If you get in your head, a coach is there to just take you out of it. If you get in your head too much, that'll let you just start slipping rounds, and that could be the difference maker in a game.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what we've got going on here. I don't believe that we found out what map it is that we are going to. I'm still seeing Ascent. So I'm wondering if that is where they ended up going in the end here.
Fingers crossed.
We'll find out here in a little bit.
I like Ascent. It's the current competitive map pool, which I don't
Yes.
know what all maps fall into that right now.
But right now it is Ascent, Bind, Pearl, Haven,
Sunset,
Sunset, and I think Lotus.
Lotus.
I think Lotus is in the competitive
So no
pool right
split.
now. So no split, unfortunately. No, Split's probably the most hated map. No, Fracture is definitely the most hated map.
Oh, that's true. I'm a big fan of Split. Always have been.
Mm.
Always will be. I enjoy playing it.
I like playing Split a lot myself. I just have a character crisis on that map. I don't know who to play and who fits well with the way I want to play that map specifically because it's only that map.
I can play just about anyone I need to, and just even if it's not someone that's necessarily like meta on that map, I make it work in a
Right.
way that annoys people. Hence why they tend to not like it. When I played on my collegiate team for Valorant, I was usually either I think I played Viper on that map.
Mhm.
You can make it work. It's not super great, but
She's a strong pick if you have default the setups every single time and you don't have any variability, which makes being flexible on Viper a lot harder on Ascent. But when you are flexible, that's when the magic comes out.
yeah, that's where I would get people really mad in the game.
Mm, yeah, that actually checks out. So,
How you win games is a mental game. You get in their heads, that's how you take it.
especially for how long these games tend to go as well. I mean, the first person to win 13 rounds is how many points you need in order to win a map, and that's just game one. I mean, as fast as it can go for game one, in fact. So you're playing through at minimum 26 rounds of Valorant. So this is going to be a long, long drawn out fight for both of these teams here tonight. I'm excited to see how well they're able to keep up their mental for the whole thing.
Yeah, I can't even say who I think's gonna win this because I haven't seen him play.
Yeah.
Looks like we're hopping into this first map, and it is going to be Abyss.
Ooh, okay.
Did you even say that
I
was one of
definitely
them?
didn't say Abyss. So I'm wondering if they had swapped out Lotus or not, because we didn't see a Lotus ban at all. So that would be my guess as to what I swapped it in and out for. Going into it here, looks like we've got NCVA and CAVA playing actually pretty different comps so far. Mostly the only similarity here is the fact that both are running the Deadlock, actually, which is not a very common Sentinel pick for most teams, at least at a super duper high level. So I'm curious to see how well both of them can pull this out.
Yeah, California seemed a lot more confident in their pick. Ready
Yeah.
to lock in immediately. Carolina is still trying to figure theirs out.
Yeah, hovering a couple characters here. The Clove is a pretty staple pick for Abyss. Clove or Omen, either one is pretty good. What makes Clove so good on Abyss is the fact that when she's dead, she can place her smokes. And smokes are really, really important on Abyss. You definitely do not want to be caught without smokes generally. So we're going to see some pretty passive play coming in from the CAVA smokes for the most part here. Kusagi is who is playing the Omen here.
That's pretty normal in just about every map, though.
Mhm.
If you don't have smokes, taking a site or entering in onto a site is very hard.
It's very difficult. Something else that's a little bit different. So CAVA has been playing the double sentinel role here, trying to pick up the slack for some of Deadlock's weaknesses, whereas NCVA is actually running the double duelist, it looks like. Both Yoru and Waylay being picked on the side of Northern California. So
I can't really give any expertise on Waylay. I've toyed around with her a little bit. Don't really know how she works in game.
she's kind of like a mixture of Yoru and Jet. So she has like the Jet Dash as her entry, and then she can quote unquote teleport back to a different spot like Yoru would.
So she's Tracer.
Yeah, actually, she pretty much is just Tracer. That's a great, that's exactly right. Yeah, I'm down for that.
We got Messi on Clove.
Mm.
Clove is the one that can respawn, yeah?
Yes,
And
with her
play
ultimate.
smokes after death.
Yep, she is. She is quite good. You don't see her picked kind of a lot because smokes are like the only thing that she can do. It's the only thing she's useful for. Whereas someone like Omen can potentially have a flash for somebody. He can make plays with his teleport. You know.
But that ability to be able to place the smokes even after you're taken out can kind of be huge for your team to help like manage to clutch up a round.
It's going to be very, very strong. The last difference between these two teams are going to be the different initiators that both of them have picked. We have this Sova as well as the Breach. And so different philosophies on what kind of playstyle we're going to be going for. You'll notice that NCVA, with their double duelist comp, is opting to play the Breach. So that way they can go for aggressive stuns and flashes in order to try and catch CAVA out of the water when they're not ready to be.
This is the map you can fall off the edge on.
Correct, yes.
I do not know this map super well.
Mhm.
I've played it maybe once, maybe a couple other rounds besides that, but hopefully I can keep up with what they're doing.
It'll be pretty good. The things that you need to know and be on the lookout for is you're not really going to fall off the site on the B-bomb site. Like, there's the bridge is the most likely spot that you're going to fall off, but on the A-bomb site, you're kind of likely to fall off just because that default planting spot is going to be on that far right-hand side of the A-bomb site there. So it's going to be like you could potentially get shoved off there a little bit. So I'm curious to see if we're going to have any fall-off deaths. Looks like that CAVA is just going to barrel up mid here as 5. They're not even going to bother taking A or B main.
By the looks of it, I'm hoping it's going to be a quick just rush down on this pistol round. In my opinion, it tends to work fairly well.
Yeah.
Because a team a lot of time will be expecting slow play. But if you just do it right off rip, all these pistols together strong.
Pistols together strong, especially when you run into it's a 2v5, you're going to come out on top and get the site, and you have the advantage.
Most of the time.
Now, running up mid with... Oh, it sounds like we have the match paused. I was like, why are we on 20?
Yeah, no, I think they're figuring out some tech things.
Yeah. Running up as 5 is interesting up mid specifically, because you definitely want a lot of good mid control on this map. Mid control is really, really strong because it lets you flex between the A or the B bomb site, depending on where you get your first picks or so. But the problem is that if you don't get either of these main controls, then what NCVA can do is they can walk into that space and then kind of let you have the bomb site, and you're not going to expect them to be in those. Timer has gone down by 3 whole seconds, chat.
Before he paused at 25. We are slowly making progress.
Yeah. Longest prep phase you've ever seen, ladies and gentlemen.
They're just getting their sights ready.
Yeah.
Looks like match is unpaused yet again.
Okay.
Hopefully for the final time.
We'll have to see how it
Still
goes.
looking like CAVA's ready to run it down mid.
Especially, it's interesting to me that they are going to rush down mid with both of these Sentinel players. They don't really have any util set up to cover these main spots to see if NCVA does walk out. We are going to smoke the right-hand side of mid here just to really see what we can do. Try and take this control. Deadass all the way up into almost B heaven here. They've cleared a lot of this space. Should see this aggressive fight from Yoru. He's going to spot the jet out, knows that they're here, gets a little bit of a dink on him. Not a whole lot, but yeah, this is like what you were saying earlier, where they have 5 and they're just going to hit the bomb site as 5.
Yeah, hitting them from behind. NCVA gave them all that space, and they have sight for free.
That's going to be pick number 1 going for CAVA, and then we're going to try and stall them out here a little bit. They do get the free bomb site now. And it looks like the running it up mid has worked out for them.
It's just down to a 2v4 now. And a retake here is not easy with pistols.
No. Great shot coming in from our waylay here, 2474. Very important dink. Takes a little damage from the turret. Now we're going to see what the retake is going to be like. Smoking off the main area here. Oh, we barely spot out the Sova, and the timing on the ghost pickup, it doesn't matter. Waylay's ready for him. They're just going to try and hold this bomb here. They can get it to half for sure. Sova is going to go down to the bomb, and that is going to be a defuse for NCVA.
What a great retake. They played that almost flawlessly. CAVA was just pushed back a little bit too far and couldn't get any lines of sight with those smokes.
Yeah, that's the power of the smokes that we were talking about earlier, is that you really want to make sure that you have those smokes left alive there at the end. CAVA did not have their Omen up anymore. He did die trying to get onto the bomb site there.
It didn't seem like bomb was planted for a very good spot in terms of where all of CAVA pushed back towards. Only one line of sight, and that was on that little edge bridge.
Generally, the reason that is the default plant is because it's a lot easier to spam that spot with the bomb. However, one thing I didn't take into account is I said there was a couple adjustments with Pearl in this last update. All of Abyss actually got a pretty big rehaul on the A bomb side as well. So there's actually a little bit of a cubby now that you can plant inside of in order to plant it safer.
I guess we'll be able to see what that new update is on this map, as CAVA is looking to go for it.
Pulling the smoke to kind of stall them out. I kind of disagree with the smoke. Generally, when you smoke an off of one of the mains, it implies to the team that we don't want to hit here. Whereas in this case, NCVA actually has 3 people on this site. So if they wanted to play their pistol round to the best of their abilities, they would actually want them to hit this site. And unfortunately, they're going to end up rotating over to B now, where there's just the lonely little deadlock.
Yeah, I mean, Marvel seems ready for it. They're getting a little jump peek, seeing if they can get any information. CAVA is playing it really slow now, kind of spreading apart. Taking a little bit of control in mid, though.
They do spot out a couple of them. Trying to take some of these peaks down mid a little bit at a time, going together. And we're not going to actually end up hitting B. It sounds like CAVA is trying to draw some rotates off of the B bomb site, but NCVA has been holding strong.
They have not moved. They had the Yoru move off, but that's just about it.
We should get information about this Yoru running onto the A bomb site now.
The push is coming out soon. Only 13 seconds left. They have to be quick. They get stunned, though.
That's going to be great in terms of CAVA's stalling ability. It doesn't matter, though, because they have the gun disadvantage. Bomb is not going to go down in time. That is a lost round, especially with the stinger from Scare cleaning up the round for him. That is going to put them up 2-0.
They still got 2 picks off of it, and took that round to hopefully talk through some game plan strategies there.
Yeah. I definitely think that CAVA took that round a little too slow.
Well, definitely. With those pistols, you have to be a little bit quicker than that to actually have time to get a bomb plant down.
Yeah.
NCVA, that breach stun came out and was almost perfectly placed, and it hit almost every player on CAVA.
Yeah. They were not able to come out through the smoke there, had no lines of sight, just had to kind of blindly walk in and start killing people, and they did a little bit of their job, so.
This should get 2 little picks.
This should be a gun round for CAVA, however. We're going to go ahead and dart this mid area. Ooh, great body shot coming out from Skirp here. And a lot of damage onto the jet as well, actually. Flash coming out. We do spot out the Sova here. We know there's at least 3.
Yoru's playing it very safe and backing up. Still holding that same angle, though.
Yoru has teleported back onto the B bomb site to try and support his deadlock. The deadlock on the side of CAVA is actually walked up on their own, gets spotted out. Now it is most likely going to be a B finish. It doesn't matter though. What a where happened?
That was on on B site trying to push up. Marvels was able to hold him off though, but gets taken down by Bone.
Now we're in a 4v3 situation. NCVA very low on their waylay, so it's practically a 3v3.
Looks like they're rotating away from B site though. NCVA sees it. They're rotating all the way towards A. Is CAVA, though, able to read it? Doesn't look like it. They're still pushing towards that A site.
Their Sova has all this information. They can hear every single person going out, and they're not telling their team, go B, go B. They're rotating. And, oh, and that timing on breaking the door is going to drop the bomb right into the ventilation. That is going to put CAVA in a huge disadvantage now. Even though this is their gun round, they don't have the time or the resources in order to get this bomb down.
Their best bet is just to save these guns. Take them into the next round. Not a whole lot they can do with this anymore. They should have all rotated out very quickly once they saw that NCVA was on A site.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sprint B should have definitely been the call there. What can you do? We'll go back and VOD review it after. See what we can do. Going into this round, CAVA is actually going to be on a save, assuming that they're going to play the game as it should be. You want to go ahead and hold tab for me there, production, really quick, and we'll take a look at what's going on here. 2474 is doing a great job, 4-1 currently with a Bulldog, actually. Has not died yet with their Bulldog.
Yeah. I was looking at Marvels because they were the ones that got those 2 kills with their Stinger, upgrading to a Phantom now. Only 2 rifles by the looks of it. Phantom and a Vandal. There's a Bulldog if you count it.
I count that as a rifle. It's just a different looking one.
Yeah. CAVA pushing up towards mid. Saturn takes out the Omen.
Very nice shot. We have been defaulting that smoke on the left side here of Saturn, and he's actually switched to playing in the middle because of it, and gets laid out by Red's Goat here.
Very a little nice greedy.
We're going to hear the drop. I don't know if he's ready for them to be this early. We're not going to clear the close corner. Decides to not play for the spray. What is it controlled? Trigger discipline. Does not play for the trigger discipline.
He did have some pretty good trigger discipline, and then you could see he got a little antsy.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not ready for them to actually turn around on me. So.
Which is fair.
Full blind here on Tactical Cheeks is going to end up making them lose their life. And yet again, CAVA is left with one lone hero. Just the bomb to his name. We have confirmed their location here. Jump Peak gonna let us know.
Not a lot that can be done here to push onto this site.
Oh, and this flank from Messi, the GOAT, is able to clutch it out. Okay, right at the end.
That was a little scary.
You don't want to be whiffing shots like that.
No. Able to close it out, though.
Yes,
we'll blame it on the Bulldog. Blame it on the Bulldog.
I'm surprised he didn't ADS for that, actually. Normally that's
not switches, that switches to a burst. That should have. Yeah. That would have probably been a quick tap right there.
All good though. You got your kill. Not able to flick back.
You can't put any shame on them when they're up 4 rounds now.
Yeah.
Another buy-ish round from CAVA here. A couple SMGs though. But they're Spectres. Spectres are good.
Spectres are good, and they recently got buffed in this last patch as well, actually. They made it so that it's easier to control their recoil. And they made it harder for the Stinger's recoil to be controlled, actually.
What?
The Stinger was very, very impressive. Everybody was running Stingers instead of Spectres, just because it was too easy to control, and for the price bang for their buck.
Kills are going out left and right. CAVA is able to take the site. Bomb plant should hopefully go down soon, but 2-4 is here. And stops the bomb plant.
Down A.
And able to get out of the ult. Still a 3v3 though. Make that a 2v3.
I like that idea to try and fight one of the guys on the right-hand side and to like unswing yourself to try and prevent yourself from dying. But the problem was that there was a guy on the left side. You just weren't ready for it.
They're left in a 2v3 retake. Was it these two in the 2v4 retake?
I believe it was last time, yeah.
Oh, they don't clear below them.
That's such a hard spot to clear, and the deadlock stun is going to come into clutch there for our buddy Tactical Cheeks. He's able to pick up the last 2.
Yeah, perfect spot for him to be. They didn't even think about clearing that. Yep. CAVA gets their first round. 4-1 now. Who knows what that'll do to the economy?
It's looking like everybody is going
Not
to
much.
go on a buy round for
Not
right
much
now.
is what it'll
Most
do to the
have enough to
economy.
buy for the next round, actually. So this round will be, or the next round will be the determiner of how well people can buy going into next, as well as how many abilities I think are going to end up getting used.
Yeah.
Looks like CAVA is going to run up A main here as 5.
They just try and go quick again. That worked pretty well last round. But it's a heavy stack here from NCVA.
We actually have 4 on the site. We're going to get spotted out on our Yoru. Is going to decide to ult in order to save himself.
Barely gets out in time. 2-4, able to jump out and get one.
Oh, what a spray!
Oh.
He thought he killed the deadlock. Has to respray transfer himself back onto her. Able to get his 1. CVA.
I kind of thought he had him too.
Very, very low. Both of their players on 1 HP practically.
We do still have bomb though.
They have bomb and they potentially have this Sova ult for post plant. I don't know if they're going to be able to get past this smoke in order to get into it though.
NCVA is pushing away. CAVA could have this site for free.
Slow clear. I'm a little worried that they were not swinging out of this smoke together, but it looks like it's not going to matter because this bomb site is open.
Do they know that? Probably not.
They're going to have to find out here in the next 30 seconds or so.
They're taking it very slow.
Dart to come out for information. This should clear all of bomb site. However, that is going to let NCVA know that they are indeed executing A. We are going to use the Waylay ult here as soon as we tap the bomb.
Spike planted.
See how it goes. It looks like CVA has decided to play backside, actually. Is able to spray body shot onto Reds the Goat here.
All down to Gummy.
I love this flank opportunity. Finds the 1, and now he has the ult for the post plant. Should he choose to use it? And it looks like he's going to. Bomb has been tapped.
That was a good bait. Just has to wait out the ult now. They can stick to at least half here. Then play for the duel.
Oh, what a headshot coming in from Gummy.
Oh, what a clutch with the 11 HP. He had to hit that headshot. That was kind of crazy.
Well done, well done. I am very glad that he was able to recognize, oh, they're probably going to be standing up for this shot because it's going to be the mix-up. A lot of the times when you're holding for somebody on an angle like that, they tend to do the crouch hold, right? And that makes the shot a little weirder, and so I'm very glad that he swung on. I was like, hey, this is a standing person. I need to get the kill this way. So,
Yeah, Gummy
well
played
done.
that very well.
Well done, well done.
Almost perfect.
And so that means that this is going to be a relatively safe round for NCVA. A lot of stingers coming out from all of them.
We've seen stingers do damage.
Drop in a smoke.
And CAVA wanting this A site yet again.
A has traditionally been a little bit easier to hit as far as executes go. The problem is that because it's easier, defense tends to stack it a lot more frequently. And because of that, it sounds like we're going to run into a situation where there's a lot of fire power going on. Backside getting cleared out.
NCVA down to 2 now. Gets caught out without their gun. Gummy able to take him down. This retake looks not great.
Yeah, this is a grim retake. Your goal here is to get 1 and hopefully get a rifle, I would imagine, if you're Tokyo here.
What is this gun skin?
This is a stinger. I don't remember what this is called off the top of my head.
This from Halo?
It actually doesn't look exactly like a needler. That's crazy. I've never thought about that before.
That's all it looks like. They're definitely going to give them this for free. I think they're just going to play for an exit here.
Yeah. Looks like they're not even going to be able to get one. The only option is this Omen here coming in from spawn. They should hear him. They now know. They'll have to take this fight here. It's going to be a little hard.
Doesn't
Almost
get it.
gets it very low on the Omen there. How much HP does he have?
24.
Okay.
That was a really good take from CAVA there.
Yeah.
Really quick. They knew they had the gun advantage. And Breach did get a little bit of timing there. Was watching it, looked away right when they swung.
Yeah. They were actually able to play around the Breach stun as well. The last couple rounds, their Breach had been trying to stun in such a way that he's stunning that choke, right? But with the Sova dart coming at him, he's not able to do that stun. He has to turn around and shoot the dart instead. And so their timings on their util has been excellent.
NCVA here is trying to predict where CAVA is going. Usually they have a heavy stack on A, but they switched it over to B.
Yeah. Sounds like we are going to get the noise cue. Deadlock opting to hold the wall for a little bit longer. Is going to get spotted out by the drone. Well, that's a lot of util coming in from NCVA, actually. They're very worried about this, this hit so far.
CAVA is still sticking around. They're not letting the util push them away yet. Just a little bit of spraying going back and forth is all that's happening right now.
Trying to shoot out this wall here. It's got a lot of HP, surprisingly, for a deadlock wall. You would be surprised at how long it takes to destroy this.
Is it just the middle piece you have to shoot out?
You can shoot one of the edges.
Is it weaker?
It is weaker on the edges, yes. But the problem is that the way the wall spreads out, you have to shoot minimum 2.
Yeah.
And so you don't really get an opportunity. So you just shoot the middle one generally.
CAVA still here. They're sticking at this site.
Yeah, I think they've come to realize that they need me. Okay. I am going to be right back really quick. I have to go run an errand if you guys don't mind. Weedles, let them know what you think is going on in the match right now.
I'll keep it covered for you while you get that figured out. CAVA taking it quick. Marvels uses their ult and able to get one, but they get shot out immediately. Tactical takes them down. CAVA is just clearing this site for free. Reach ult does come out.
Last player standing.
Trade's coming out back and forth.
Last player
A
standing.
little bit of a messy spray. It's up to a 1v2 now. Make it a 1v1. They have to be quick with this. Just sticking? Hello? They get it? What? I was so sure that that was not going to work.
I can hold
Guess
an
the
area pretty well
overshield and
myself.
overheal just
Make
worked
sure to
out
cover the
against that
angles I
KJ
can't.
molly. That was crazy. That was a high risk, high reward play right there. Crazy retake from NCVA. Played it, I guess, perfect. As best as you could do for the whole team being dead. I can't really say much against the CAVA Killjoy. Played it just about as any other person would play it. I would have assumed the molly would have taken anyone out as well. AJ Molly tends to do quite a bit of damage, and it shows. CAVA still pushing this A site yet again. Taking it a little bit slower now, showing a little bit of presence at least in mid this time. NCVA is still at least leaving 2 on A, though. They can tell how much CAVA has been liking this site. Taking it very slow, though, yet again. One has shown presence. Marvels does see Gummy, though. Is that a Bucky in the hands of Marvels? Playing backside with a Bucky. We'll see how that goes. Jet pushes in with ult. Picks coming out.
Here.
Util back and forth. Trade's finally happening. CAVA, don't clear the corner. The Bucky gets one.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Just like that, it's down to a 2v1. Make it a 1v1. And he's stuck in the ult. That's a free round.
That is a free round now for CAVA. They are able to clutch up the 3v1? Is that what it was? Or was it a 2v1?
That was a 3v1 right there. Got him with the spray down and then caught him in the ult.
Well done, well done. Good clutch from Bonehead there. Is able to play exactly for his ult. He did not have that unless he would have gotten those 2 kills. So that was his win condition there, and he played it beautifully.
Oh, you missed some crazy rounds. AKA 1.
Our own streams were having technical difficulties there. My apologies, chat. But we're so back. Ready for some more Valorant gaming. Very even game so far, all things considered.
A lot more even than I had originally thought.
Yeah.
Based off just ranks alone. Odin in the hands of Gummy.
I don't know how useful the Odin is on this map, especially on attacker side. It doesn't seem quite as useful. However, I'm down to be proven wrong here. Oh, that's a diabolical trip hazard. There.
You forget it's an Odin, which will beat anybody.
Especially all of NCVA with the stingers in their hands. That is going to definitely out DPS them in that regard.
And would you believe it? Yet again, CAVA pushing onto this A site.
They are going to try and execute out. NCVA a little bit late on their rotates. Spot one out during the smoke.
They give away their position on the flank. What are
Oh,
they doing?
no.
Planted.
And now it's all up to the lonely Saturn. Try and clutch up the round yet again.
With a stinger.
Damn.
It's going to be a bit of a rough one.
Our Jet here is trying to give him a 1, so we'll see if they are going to try and ego swing this guy. He does have full health. They are not giving him the 1, actually. Playing it quite well.
They don't want to lose a rifle here.
Now, Almond Blind coming out, goes for the preemptive stun, and it is not going to matter. What a dink! Goes for a run and gun.
The stinger.
Spots out 2.
Down to 12 bullets now.
Dude, the Jet is on literally 1. How much HP is on the Jet on? It's got to be 1.
I thought Saturn was about to just jump off.
Yeah. You might actually do that. Yeah. I don't remember the reason why you would want to jump off when you're low like that. The reason is for like guns and stuff. And you wouldn't want to give up ult orbs for when you die. But the problem was that they didn't swing out a main there. So
maybe he just assumed they were going to. That does tie this up already, though.
Yeah.
5-5. 2 more rounds in this half.
2 more rounds in this half, and we're going to the A bomb site yet again.
Who would have thought?
CAVA has figured out that they're like, hey, even if their strong side is A, their hold itself is actually not.
You know who wouldn't have thought? NCVA stacking mid. not expecting them to go A for a 10th time now.
Yes. Well, we didn't go A on the pistol round.
No.
And the round after.
I think there's been like 2 or 3
Every
rounds.
8 other round has been on the B bomb site. And we're actually pre-aimed onto Marvel Tokyo here, is not able to hold their own bomb site. And that'll be a free bomb site for the side of CAVA.
NCVA, though, is going for a bit of a quick flank here.
Here.
Yeah.
2 on each side.
They tried this last round. They are going to be spotted out by the turret here.
Flank given away immediately.
Stun on the KJ. I don't think
Do
it's
they
going to
clear it
matter
deep?
timing-wise. They do clear it, but they don't get the kills that they're needing here.
Last player standing.
And now it's all up to Messi to go with 3 bullets.
Let's see if they can prove they really are the GOAT. CAVA's not giving them anything.
I like this smoke that they've gone for, but it's not going to matter. KJ, Molly, as well as the Odin spray is going to result in the bomb going off here. What a lineup. This is definitely not going to land in time, but it's not going to matter.
Still played very well. I could not... I don't know if I could think of another matchup I'd rather not have in a post-plant situation than having to go against a Sova and a KJ.
Oh, it's so horrible.
That's like, you're bound to lose.
I'm never going to... I get to tap the bomb, get off the bomb. Tap the bomb, get off the bomb.
There's not really winning a 1v2 like that. That gives CAVA the lead for the first time this series.
Yeah, I have to know. It looks like they are going to hit A just yet again. And this time NCVA is trying to stack the bomb site with, I was going to say 5, but now, no, it's back down to 3.
Why not hit it again? NCVA has not been able to stop it.
We have placed some of these deadlock trip mines just a little bit more aggressively than we have in the past, but we're still peeking this angle too aggressively. We are going to get spotted out. Silverdart coming out is going to spot Messi the GOAT here in the back of sight. Execute. He's going to give him a free sight. Breach ult for the counter here. He's going to get 2. I think we do know there's one stuck in the smoke somewhere. Nice shot coming in from Skep.
Time to jump.
And this is the first time I was going to say that NCVA has been able to hold their site, but we'll have to see if they can continue to hold it here. They haven't cleared this way out behind the blocks.
Drone was very close for being able to see it. Don't know if they'll actually think about that and clear it, though.
Have to see. KJ ult is going to come out here. That means that they are going to get the bomb site timed a little bit early. Not able to escape with their lives here. The KJ ult is going to secure. Wow, what a dart. In order to spot out that deadlock there in the background. That KJ is going to give them the free bomb site here. Bomb is not down yet.
Left.
That was kind of their only opening to get it down for free.
Dart is not going to clear this person.
Spike down.
We're going to have the lonely Sova up heaven. Is where he has to look.
NCVA can play it slow here.
Bomb to his name. They will spot him out, and that is going to be a headshot wall bang from Saturn to tie us up 6 to 6.5.
NCVA was finally able to stop their A push. Was it too little, too late? I guess we'll find out.
We'll have to find out. So on defense here, CAVA has the luxury of having 2 different sentinels. NCVA kind of had to just guess and check with where they were putting their deadlock, and right around the end there, they started the last 5 or 6 rounds or so, they started putting their deadlock and having them set up on A. So I'm curious to see what CAVA is going to be doing here in order to set up their bomb sites. It looks like they're defaulting the deadlock to the A site and then the KJ to the B bomb site, which I probably would generally agree with. I think that's pretty fair.
Would you say this map is leaning more T or CT, or I guess attacker defender.
I think it's definitely T-sided, assuming that you fight very heavily for mid control.
Which we only saw at the very start
Mhm.
of the series, and then almost none from there.
And it looks like that NCVA kind of has the same idea that CAVA does with trying to just barrel down his 5 onto his site. Unfortunate TP timing is going to lose Skirp to his life there. Trade's going out here. CAVA is able to hold this bomb site.
Spike
Art
planted.
not scanning anybody. Great Omen smokes actually from the side of CAVA. And it's all
One
down
enemy
to this
remaining.
deadlock now as they have to slowly rotate through spawn. They do
Not
not
a
have the
whole lot.
timing here. Yeah.
Nothing they can really do here.
Yeah, those new dice blocks there, making it very difficult to take fights from the A link there, or sorry, excuse me, the B link there.
Oh, that is one pistol round apiece for each team here.
Yeah, both on defense actually. So if that doesn't tell you whether or not it's offensive or defensive sided, I think it's offensive actually because I can't read the scoreboard
You
right.
just lied to me.
I just lied to you.
All right, that's all right, I guess.
That's what I think. So
That's what I'm used to. It's okay. I do my best.
let's see what the best from CAVA is going to be here when they try and hold these bomb sites down yet again.
Could be another round win for them. They do have the gun advantage.
Yeah. Usagi gets spotted out here. I like that he's willing to TP out and just play his life with the information, especially with the gun that he has. It's not really a long-range engagement gun.
And the worst thing you can do in this kind of round is give up your gun and give it to the team.
That's exactly right. Still playing super slow. This drone here should get quite a lot of information. Not as much as I thought it was going to be. Only spotting out the one.
It got some information, just not as much as I'm sure they were hoping.
Yeah. This Waylay here walks out of the smoke. They're going to be in for a rough spot. They have the information. We're not able to spot anybody.
Powers.
Nice shot. And a
One
great
enemy
swing
remaining.
follower from Tactical
Spike
Cheats in the
down
background.
B.
Is able to pick up their last shot there.
It's all up to Marvels yet again. And they get caught out.
Yeah, alarm bot plus an omen flash is not going to do them any favors there, making it 8-6.
Yeah, that was played almost perfectly. They didn't give up any picks or guns there. They have a full free bonus.
Well done. That's a big deal in terms of economy going into the rest of this map. It pretty much means that they probably will get to buy for the majority of the rest of this game.
Yeah, pretty much. Is that a Bucky? Yeah.
It is a Bucky, yes. Bucky on the deadlock, in fact, actually. If it were on the Waylay, I could be like, oh, okay, yeah, you just do your little dash, get your shot and TP out. But I don't know that having a deadlock lurk with the Bucky is going to play here.
I think they're playing the same spot as the Bucky player last half. Skirp gets it. It's a pick right off rip.
They did have the gun advantage, and it looks like it is going to be a retake here on the side of CAVA. They're just opting to give them the bomb site. Try and wait out some of these smokes. Dart goes a little early. We don't have any information on the smokes. They are able to get one on a very aggressive script, though.
Spike planted. Over there.
This should be a dead gummy. Wow, nobody's swinging on him there. Dart going out. We have walled off the bomb, which means that Bonehead here does need to swing. He barely sees the guy in the cubby. Gets two, actually. Great transfer with the Guardian recoil there. Now it's all up to Saturn. Gets his one. However, the bomb is not planted for him. The bomb is... Oh, it is kind of planted for him. Oh, and that's a one-way. That's actually a great way to hold this bomb. I love that. But 2v1 is not going to matter in this scenario. Do we have enough time to defuse the bomb? We sure do.
Yeah, very close, but
Gun here.
JVA played that almost perfectly. Honestly, they're playing just really well this match.
Yeah, they've definitely started to warm up now that they are, especially on this defensive side. And you can actually see that NCVA is going to take their very first time out here.
Probably a good time to take it. If not, maybe you've taken it a little sooner.
Yeah.
I feel like, what did they go up at the start? I feel like they gave up almost 5 rounds in a row.
Hold tab for me there, production, really quick, and we'll see. Yeah, they were up 4 rounds to nothing at the beginning, and then they lost 6-1 after that. So they have definitely lost a little bit of their mojo from the beginning of this game.
I'm sure they were hoping for some kind of switch once they switched sides, but CAVA has just been able to hold these sites just about how they need to. Playing it really smart with the guns that they have. Once they took enough space on B, they let them have it and then just played for retake. With those weaker guns, you can't really solo do anything crazy. You have to work together with them.
What do you think that NCVA is going to need to change in order for them to start making their comeback here?
Honestly, I don't even really know. It seems like they're just losing gun duels, is all it is. CAVA's just kind of been out-aiming them.
Yeah, I would agree myself. I definitely think that they are getting out-aimed. And I would like to see a little bit more slower gameplay. Pretty much every single round has been barrel down one of the mains or mid as 5. I'd like to see a little bit more variability on the side of NCVA, especially with double duelist. Like, that means that you can have the potential for sending your Yoru to go lurk somewhere up B, and then send his TP with you guys up A, so he gets his 1, and then is able to TP back on the site.
Yeah, they played a little bit of a lurk on their first attack round, but switched away from it since.
Yeah. Looks like we are going to go ahead and hit this A bomb site, which is a little bit weaker with only the Deadlock and the Sova holding the bomb site down. We have the wall prepped up, so as soon as we have information that they're going to try and hit, we're going to send it out.
Taking one out of CAVA's playbook.
Yeah.
Sit outside A, wait a little bit, take it fast.
Did throw the wall out a little preemptively. Sova Drone is going to get this information that there's at least the Yoru here.
Doesn't make anyone on NCVA move, though. Or CAVA move.
Our beep anchors still holding down the site as long as they can. CAVA is doing a good job at being proactive with their util, but I'm a little worried that they're going to like throw this dart out, for example, and they're not going to get any information out of it because they're holding on to it. This breach stun is going to come out, stuns the backside guy, and that is going to be a very dead deadlock. However, the dart, very good, does not quite get as much out of it as he could have. It does a lot of damage. This bomb site is going to go into the favor of NCVA here. Will be yet another retake from CAVA.
My territory.
Have cleared out backside here. Ulted up heaven. Not seeing anybody. And now Tactical Cheeks has this timing. However, they're holding for 2 there. Great shot from Tactical Cheeks. But the Stingers is doing their job. 1v1 now all of a sudden. Trade's going back and forth in the last fight with a good spray from Reds. Is going to secure them the round yet again.
That kind of crazy. Making it 10-6. I was gonna give. I still will. I was giving props to NCVA on that entry. They were able to play their util around the breach ult, where the breach ult wasn't covering. They had flashes and smokes ready to go for it.
Yep.
Played it perfectly to enter on. Just weren't able to hold off CAVA.
Yeah, it's like you were saying earlier, it's really been coming down to these gunfights right here at the end. It doesn't matter whether or not it's a Stinger or it's a Phantom or a Vandal, it's just their gunfights have been way better. They've been using their gun style of guns in ways that are advantageous to them, and that's been working out in their favor a lot, so.
Yeah, CAVA is just kind of steamrolling right now. NCVA needs something to stop them to kind of just hopefully slow them down and not just keep this going.
Did send the Yoru teleport off onto the A bomb site here. It actually fell off the map if you didn't see it. So he did not take that teleport.
Can he still take it?
He can take it, yes. If his teleport has fallen off the map, he just doesn't want to do that. Another great dart coming in from CAVA. Having a little bit of technical difficulty here, don't worry about it. And this is going to be a great hold coming in from CAVA. Not that we got to see much of it, but they used flawless util as well as swinging off of their teammates, ping-ponging back and forth who had aggro, and they were able to win that round out. NCVA actually taking their second timeout. I did not know you get 2.5.
I was also unsure about that. Is it max 2?
I think it's max 2 in this format. Traditionally, it's you get 1.5. So I guess they just decided, you know what, it doesn't really matter all that much. We'll just let you have 2.
Well, hopefully, NCVA is able to realize that A site is CAVA's.
Oh yeah,
on attack or defense. They just know their way there. They've not lost that site really.
Yeah,
maybe one defuse.
Their combination of the deadlock stun utils as well as the Sova dart out of the smoke have been letting them get free picks outside of NCVA. They're not able to shoot back at this Sova that's up heaven, but his dart lets them see everything that's going on. So
Yeah, I'm hoping NCVA switches to a little bit more of a passive and lurk style. Neither team on defense though has really gotten aggressive though. If you play slow, they kind of just stay on site. They don't try and flank around really.
and I think part of that has to do with tournament nerves. You know, it's a lot riskier to go for a fast flank play that you might see on both on offense and on defense, compared to what you would play in a ranked game, for example. So I think the nerves are setting in just a little bit here. We do have a little bit of a fake going in here from the A bomb site. It's going to all depend on what the pacing from NCVA is.
They're kind of defaulting, leaving bomb in spawn.
Immediate pick coming out on the waylay. Nice shot on the tactical cheeks.
That's pulling a rotate very quickly.
And for the first time, they have successfully faked the B bomb site. The problem, though, is that the deadlock trips still remain, and so they have all this. CAVA has all this information that no, they have not executed out B, and now they are quickly rotating back onto the A bomb site.
Yeah, NCVA not really capitalizing on that rotate over, giving them a lot of time to come on back.
I think it was all because they just didn't have that bomb with them in order to capitalize on that timing that they had. And now they have to deal with this deadlock wall.
And they're kind of stopped out here. Might rotate all the way back towards B. Looks like they are.
Their one saving grace is going to be this Yoru that's lurked up all the way in the mid spawn, and they are going to get this free pick, and that is a free bomb site now for the side of NCVA.
That was very needed. The rotate was coming in very quickly from CAVA.
Have cleared out most of the site here, and now all that our little Yoru needs to do is just hold himself. It looks like he is doing that.
This is a free bomb site. Plant will go down. I mean, trying to find anything here.
These are great positions from NCVA, actually. Immediately just takes the teleport out. Does not want to deal with the swing. Just plays his life for the most part. That being said, Bonehead getting 2. Great fight from him. Skeb taking a little bit of a trade here, and now 2v3. This is going to be really difficult with how low both of them are. Actually decides to commit to the ult here. Oh, and that should be a very dead Sova eventually. I guess not. There we go. And yeah, this one way is going to make it very difficult to kill. Gets the one on theirs. Goes for the jump. Doesn't jump. Jumps a little late.
Dies to bomb.
Dies the bomb there at the end. And that is going to be the first round of the half going to NCVA. Finally, they've put themselves on the board.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a rough attacker side. They were able to make that work. It was a back and forth across sites.
Need a drop.
Baiting CAVA back and forth. Were able to get onto a site and take it. Almost still lost the site, though, after, like, in the end, having such an advantage.
Here.
Yeah, Bonehead got 2 really good picks. They tried to double swing him, and he ended up head tapping both of them, unfortunately. But that wasn't going to matter at the end with how low he was, and the numbers advantage was just too great there at the end.
Wanting to try it yet again. NCVA heavy towards this A site. Still 2 CAVA players, though. You have one holding flank.
I like that their Omen has been willing to hold this mid control just in general, just to really try and see if they're going to commit to this mid at all. And it looks like they're not going to. They're going to instead fall to the normal CAVA A hold here. Nice shot from Messi, though. It's an important pick. Puts them in the...
So stuck in this corner.
Yeah, he is stuck in this corner. He will have to shoot out this one section of the wall here.
Sound sensor up. Sensor destroyed. Initiated.
This will be a KJ defensive ult going out here. Do barely clear out Marvel Tokyo here. And this is an very late detain. Unfortunately, he ulted just as late as he could have. It doesn't matter, though. Breach ult is going to stall the bomb. It does not quite get halved, actually. And now Saturn with the 4K clutch off of his ult.
Saturn fully clutched that round. The ult pushed them off bomb, and he cleaned them up afterwards.
Nice shots coming in from the Guardian. That was not quite like a thrifty coming in from NCVA there, but they did have worse guns going into that match, so that was well played by them.
Yeah, you put a little bit of hate on that Odin. That Odin's been putting in work this game.
Yeah, especially on this defensive side, has been doing a lot of work, yes.
The darts through smoke and just the spray downs have just been unfortunate. In the same spot every single time as well. 8-11, NCVA slowly coming back.
Spike drop.
Opting to go for a B hit this time around. Contact has been made. They CAVA does know that they are here. Are able to almost breach aftershock the KJ outside of heaven there. But a great lurk from Skirp is going to actually make sure that NCVA has the man advantage going into this execute here. Wow, great spot out on the jet as well. That's an awkward angle that you want to fight from heaven.
Spike planted.
And this is most likely going to be another round win from NCVA.
Last player
You would
standing.
assume a 1v5 is not always super doable. Saturn taking out Gummy.
And there you go. NCVA has brought back their fighting spirit. I am curious what the kill distribution is going to look like for right now. We want to go ahead and hold tab here. Saturn definitely has turned up quite a little bit in the last couple rounds. Able to get the 4K plus the 2K from the last round, putting them up positive yet again.
Fairly even across teams.
Mm-hmm.
That round there, I liked how NCVA played it. Even though no one has pushed up mid almost at all from CAVA, Yoru was still ready for it after that whole time and was able to get the early pick.
Yeah. Even if you aren't necessarily taking a lot of the space control and the mid control, you can still use it for those fast flanks like what Kasagi was trying to do, but you get caught out by them when they just have that space control because you're not contesting it.
Very split up push here from NCVA. Trying to find anything.
AVA is not... They've been very resolute about who is holding their bomb sites. They're not really giving up fast rotates. We are going to try and drone for a little bit of information. I think he did spot him out. I would imagine that's why he shot that dart there. Yeah, you can actually see the way they using their dash in order to escape, just to really make sure. Yeah, it looks like the CAVA has rotated over to the A bomb site just a little bit out of fear of this mid presence that they've made, leaving their lonely KJ on the B bomb site. Should see a breach stun and Yoru TP combo setup here coming soon.
CAVA has this read perfect.
Great recognition from Red's go. I believe he was not flashed at all, actually. Oh, this is a very dead KJ. Hey! Escapes
out?
with their life! Wow.
Lucky to be alive.
Yeah, this is the hard part, is that CAVA has not really let all of NCVA out onto the bomb site. They have the information that there is one behind the box, and they are able to get them. Ball is going to go down. I cannot believe they're alive still.
Last player standing.
But not for much longer. Gets there one, and he's immediately followed up by Bonehead.
That's going to put it at match point for CAVA there.
What a good retake.
Yeah, that was almost a perfect retake. They played that very well with KJ able... Was it KJ? Yeah, able to get out with 1 HP somehow.
Yeah. That was a very difficult spot to get out to. You had to immediately make that decision. As soon as they put down that alarm bot, they're like, oh, I am going to die. I need to move now. I just have to trust that my team has me. And they did, in fact, have him.
That could have been a round-changing pick, just getting that 1 kill.
Yeah.
Let alone, even if it didn't make a big difference in terms of just KJ getting a bunch of kills, just confidence on it.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been the make or break.
Listening.
But NCVA cannot give up any more rounds here.
We have swapped the sides of the Jet and the Sova. NCVA has threatened the B-bomb site enough that they are feeling like they need to bring their Sova onto it. However, we'll have to see how the A hold for CAVA holds up if they don't have the ability to do the Sova dart.
Playing it very split up right now. Bomb is back in spawn.
Not opting to pick it up, actually. But I'm curious what we're going to end here. It looks like we have sort of pulled the rotate over to the A site yet again. Kusagi having to re-clear this mid area.
Well, bomb has been picked up. It looks like it's going towards the B site. A little aggression up mid.
Make that a lot of aggression. We are going to ult actually into the connector area on B. That is an interesting ult. I think with the new changes to how Breach's ult works, that was, I guess, a good enough play. Even if it didn't tag anybody, they were able to clear all of the bomb site.
That might be a free round for NCVA here.
Ooh, I disagree with how you hold that angle like that, but that's okay. You have the Breach utility in order to stall it out. It's fine.
NCVA trying to make this push. 2v3. Still doable.
1-for-1's not what you want in this sort of retake scenario. We do spot out Messi here, making it a 2v1, and both of NCVA is low.
Last player standing.
All up to the lonely. What happened? I wish we could have seen that from the POV of Bonehead. Able to get a 4K on that retake, 7 HP left.
They clutch it to win the game for CAVA.
Turning to post. Defenders
What a
win.
crazy finale to map number 1.
Yeah, CAVA played very well. I'm only going to assume it was their map pick. You would hope for NCVA's, like, hope, I guess.
Yeah.
You would hope that that's their map pick. I don't know what map pick number 2 is, but they clearly have to change something going into this next map.
Yeah, the thing I think they need to change is, and you kind of started seeing it there at the end, was NCVA, excuse me, was doing a better job at using that mid control to their advantage, right? They were pulling CAVA's rotates, which were they're like, oh, we have mid for free. We don't actually have to worry about whether or not they're holding our mid. And they started to utilize that to their advantage right there near the end, but it wasn't really mattering right there at the end just because they were getting out fragged. They really were.
Yeah, it seemed like it might have just been a little bit too little too late. Both teams were kind of set in stone on their pushes on their attacking side.
Yeah.
Once they chose a site, that was the site no matter what happened.
Yes.
I think both teams could probably work on being a little bit more flexible
Mhm.
and being able to switch up plays mid-round. But it was starting to work for NCVA, just they needed to start doing it a little bit sooner, and hopefully the next map goes a little bit more in their favor.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what adjustments both of these teams feel like they themselves need to make as well. Because obviously, I feel like there were some pretty strong hitters from both of these teams, actually. We want to go ahead and switch over to that gameplay scene so we can look at this this scoreboard right here at the end. You'll notice that there was everybody did their job for the most part. Everybody was getting their kills, getting their ones. A lot of eco damage. I've never seen so many assists on a smokes in my life.
Yeah,
That is insane, actually.
that's actually crazy. 15 assists.
Yeah. All that really even means is that he puts the smoke up and somebody gets a kill through the smoke of some kind, which is crazy.
That was a lot of the plays back and forth, though, was just spams through smokes, hoping to get something to come of it.
Yeah.
I can only assume map 2 will be Ascent. Based
Yeah,
off,
because that's what we
based
have
off
left,
bans.
right? Yeah.
Well, we thought we had Abyss left, or we didn't think we had Abyss,
Yeah. That's true.
but it still got picked.
So picks, we could get Lotus or Ascent, or I think that's about it, honestly. It's one of those two maps, realistically.
Whatever the competitive map pool is.
So seems like we are going on a quick little break here. All of the Defenders team is in the spectators lobby. So it sounds like we're going to go ahead and take a quick break really quick. Guys, make sure you don't go anywhere. We have one more game coming up. Whether we tie it up here or if they take it 2-0, we're going to have to wait and see. But
Yeah, we'll see you back in probably a couple minutes. Don't go anywhere. Get water, get food, and then we'll be back. And we are back. We have map 2 coming up, which I believe is Corrode. We
Yes.
were wrong entirely.
I actually just 100% forgot that this was even a map in the map pool, which is crazy because it's the newest map. So that is my bad.
I was wondering
unfortunately.
what the newest map was. I almost thought it was Abyss for a little bit.
It was for a while. That was the latest one, but they recently added Corrode, I believe, a little less than a month ago.
That is very short.
Yeah.
It is going to be all up to CAVA if they want to be able to win this series, or NCVA to be able to tie it up. I believe we currently have our character picks going on if we want to cut to those.
Yeah. It was very close game number 1, so I could definitely see this map going either way. They both seem to have very similar philosophy styles when it came to attacking and defending the bomb site. It was just that CAVA had a much better preparation with their SOVA. They were really able to utilize that SOVA dart in order to get them that information during the executes. So
I know even less about this map than I did Abyss. What do you think is kind of something about this map? Attacker, defender?
Well, this is definitely a defender-sided map until you get control. The problem, though, is that mid specifically is very attacker-favored in my mind. It's very easy for the attack to just kind of walk up most of the way up mid, and then there's a big stopgap in order to get from mid onto the, I believe it's the A bomb site. However, it's very easy to get onto the B bomb site from there. So it seems like we are going to swap the sides here really quick. NCVA will be the ones that are attacking first in this scenario. CAVA is defending first, and they are in the lead, by the way. So
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out whose map pick is whose. Their attacking side, would you say this is attacker sided?
no, I think it's defender sided generally.
So then this is likely their map pick.
Most likely, yes.
Hopefully that works in their favor. Maybe they can tie this series up, which I believe that gives them 1 point, 2 points. 2 points for a tie.
Yep.
Would go to each team.
2 points each for a tie, and then it's a 3-1, I believe, just for participating, assuming that you lose 2-0.
Yes.
So you still will get a point in the league, even if you just participate in the game. So that's why you don't ever forfeit your matches, ladies and gentlemen.
Never forfeit.
Make sure you participate at least.
No one likes a forfeit. We don't like forfeits over here.
No. So yeah, I did misspeak a little bit. It looks like the A-Link connector is the one that is actually going to be a little bit easier for the attackers to hit, just because there's that extra stopgap going up into the B-bomb site. And yeah, it seems like already out the gate, NCVA is trying to take advantage of that. They are barreling down into the A-bomb site. They've cleared all of Elbow.
Taking space very quickly here. CAVA only has 3 players around. Rotates still haven't even been pulled yet.
This late lurk coming in from Gummy actually going to do a lot of damage onto the attack of NCVA. You no longer have your chamber sentinel.
Spike planted.
That means that you pretty much are guaranteed to have to just fight for this one enclosed bomb site, which
Bomb
makes
does
it
go
very
down, though.
difficult. Can we go ahead and watch our Jet, please? Is who I believe we're going to be watching up next here as soon as the smoke dissipates.
Omen gets 2.
Swings for a third, but it doesn't matter because NCVA is all dead at the end. Gummy with a late lurk from Link yet again is able to clear up the last one on the site. Well done from Kusigi there. Getting there 2.5 actually, clearing out Elbow. Well done.
Yeah, those pistol rounds go from nothing to everything in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, I was concerned about the ability of CAVA's retake in that scenario because NCVA is not only at a person disadvantage, but I mean, they're all clustered on the one site, which is where the classics are the best, you know, is during those close engagements. But it doesn't matter all that much because CAVA just outgunned them.
Yeah, that site seemed very tight with a lot of wall surrounding it, but the site itself was just very small.
It's a very enclosed site, yes, for sure.
I'm gonna try and take a little bit of mid control here with...
I've never seen that wall big before either. I'm just as surprised as you are right now, actually.
You also have Gummy sticking with the Sheriff this round.
Yeah, the reason that you would try and do that is, if assuming that you win this round yet again, you can actually buy a defender-sided op round 3, assuming that you've saved all of your money. So we'll see if they end up going for a play like that, but regardless, they would still guarantee themselves a Vandal going into the next round.
NCVA on the side of A now. Owen here with the buck. He gets 2 of them. Not letting them through onto the site.
And that's an example of how enclosed this space really is. I mean, you just cannot be taking this super aggressive space into tight corners like that. You have to go in as 5 if you're going to try that.
Yeah, that bomb is completely gone. Not a whole lot that can be done here. I hate to say it, this map seems like a Bucky's paradise.
Especially on the beginnings of these rounds, yes. Any sort of Bucky judge, a lot of Odin spam is you're going to see a lot on this map.
I think the Bucky can honestly be fairly good in this game. I know people hate the judge and everything because it's the judge.
Judge is quite good, yes. And Bucky has its use cases. It's mostly just its DPS is too low. Its burst for damage is great, but it's like the time between slugging your rounds is too slow.
Based off what I'm seeing, I'm not a fan of this A site. It feels very weird.
Yes, you say that. Even though CAVA doesn't have a deadlock, do you know what deadlock does with her walls and stuff? Yes. So what a lot of traditionally a deadlock is played on the B site in order to clear make it so that as soon as you try and execute onto B, you can't really get out. It's a lot easier to get onto the A site than it is to get onto the B bomb site, just because the funnel there's 2 funnels instead of 1. That makes sense.
Yeah, I can see that. This will be a first full buy round for NCVA, though. Hopefully they're able to do something with these rifles. Almost get the tag. Actually does get a tag a little bit through that smoke.
Hit for 40 just a little bit on her clove.
Could be the difference maker. You never know.
Have to see. It seems like we are going to execute onto this B bomb site as soon as we get all of our players rotated over. Flash goes out. Dog goes out. We have cleared site itself. Great eye coming out from the side of CAVA, actually, for a retake there.
They do forget to clear back sight, and it comes back to bite them. Bomb is dropped as well.
I hope they really have to try and walk into the smoke, but CAVA has already taken control of it. And then we've actually smoked off the choke and stuff. Wow, what an aggressive peek into it. Yeah, I'd get out of there, buddy.
Yeah, a bit of a questionable push there. Wanted to get some of those kills, but NCVA has to push into you to get that bomb.
Yeah, trying to do as much spray damage as we can in this scenario, and yeah, we're just gonna try and hold on to these guns that we've got.
They can play it very slow. Not a whole lot that can be done. Only 20 seconds left. They have no bomb control. Site is fully in favor of CAVAs here.
We did clear just the mid section just a little bit to see if there's anybody there. Are able to get one, but yeah, immediately traded out left for right. That is going to be round 3 in a row for CAVA.
Yeah, they're wanting to really keep their prowess up. They got that first map win, and they want to continue it.
Yeah, that is exactly right. Looking at these comps, I'm a little bit surprised by some of the picks from CAVA. You don't normally see just the deadlock picked on this site. A lot of the times you'll see something like a Vice or even a Viper is kind of functionally the same. But just the deadlock by herself is not typically seen. And so I'm wondering if that's just like the person's comfort pick, if that makes sense. And then they build their teams around that.
Seems to be working in their favor so far. Pretty poor looking guns for NCVA here.
This was that aggressive A-Link play that we were talking about earlier that allows the attacking side in order to get onto the site a lot easier. That being said, sprays into the smoke just for the fun of it.
Doesn't get taken out, luckily. Tactical is able to take out 2-4.
We're not going to see the Clove ult here. It's all by yourself. You would have to run into the bomb site alone, YOLO style, and that is just not going to be very suitable, so opts to save the ult.
They're also no longer alive.
Yeah. Well, their ult makes them not alive.
Oh, yeah, you're right. There's also no reason to do that when your team has no guns.
Yeah. Lots out the Whaley here. Almost gets the headshot on the Gummy. Unfortunately, just a little bit of an overcorrection onto the left side there. That's going to put NCVA down very low on numbers.
Yeah, you're not really expecting to see much out of them this round with the economy that they're kind of working with.
Yeah.
Able to upgrade into that Sheriff, though, from the Frenzy.
30 seconds left.
Spots out the one. Again, just a little bit too far to the right on that shot, and the Omen in the background is going to do a late lurk, clearing out this Vice. Ooh, nice shot from Gummy, so it's not going to matter. Goes for the Marshall body shot. Is not able to get it, unfortunately. I do like the no-scope attempt. It was a good idea.
Swung a little bit wide.
Yeah.
Could have just went for a little bit of a peek and tried to get a little bit of something, but... Timeout coming out really quick from NCVA.
I do like that they're willing to take this time out a little bit earlier on in the round so that they can try and say, hey, what's going on? We are making some of these mistakes early on in the round. Let's try and fix these now so that way we can figure out what to do going forward.
I think that might have been one of their problems in the last map was they were hesitant until the second half to use any of those timeouts. So there's hopefully doing it now to stop any kind of snowballing from CAVA here.
Yeah, what do you think of Corrode so far? 4 rounds in?
I hate it. I hate it.
You know, that's really funny because the consensus for when the map came out was everybody was like, yeah, I don't like this map. It feels weird to play on. But then after like the first week, everybody realized, wait, this map is actually kind of sick.
I think from a logical standpoint, not a great map. From if I'm just trying to have fun and make people mad on this map, it would be great. I would be running around with Buckies in my hand, hiding in rat corners.
Oh, yeah.
Because it seems like there's a lot of those on this map.
Yeah, one of the philosophies that Riot actually put out about this map was that, hey, we really want to make sure that space control is super important and that, like, you have to clear a lot more than you think you would in order to get onto the bomb site. You'll notice, like, they have, in order to get onto B, they have to go past this barrier. There's a wall they have to, like, 180 clear in order to actually get into the main spot itself before you go out from the choke, you know?
Yeah, Riot usually likes the philosophy of how can we make a map that nobody likes? And they're usually pretty good at it.
They figure their way around. They know how to do it, so... Looks like we are going to, from the side of CAVA, try and contest this mid control. There are not very many smokes, but this Messi has beaten the smoke timing already. Has a window into the A link here. I'm going to try and play for it here. It seems like we are going to execute onto the B bomb site for the most part. Going to try and utilize a combination of the Fade util, as well as maybe the Yoru util to see if we can get a walk in.
I think they're hoping to find any kind of pick here from Chamber before they push in.
Yeah. He is very walked up mid. This spot right here is the spot where you tend to get like stop gapped just because of this heaven window right up here. It's very difficult to it's super dangerous to clear what he just did. So the fact that he just walked into sight is very crazy. Visolt going to come out, meaning that the pistols are going to be the only thing that CAVA has to their name for this hold here, and it's not going to do them any favors. And this will be the first bomb plant from the side of NCVA that they feel confident that they're going to win this round in.
Don't want to speak too soon. There's still guns in the hands of CAVA here. Playing it very slow. They want to play it here together.
Great molly timing on the side of the Vice, and yeah, that is going to leave it to a 1v5 for Gummy.
I believe in him.
Spots out the headshot angle, gets a second one. Second, it's the third, is not able to spray transfer onto the fourth.
Great hold from NCVA there.
That was a little scary.
That was a little scary.
That was a little scary. Having a Vandal in the hands of, I would argue, is probably the best player on the side of CAVA there is.
Definitely one of the best for sure.
Definitely a hard spot to be in, but they were able to clutch it out. They put themselves on the board. That timeout working out well in their favor.
We'll never know what they talked about, but clearly they played it patient enough. They waited for their chamber to find anything. He wasn't able to get any picks, but he got a little bit of intel, and that gave them an opening there. That ult worked out very well.
Yeah, able to run it down backside.
I think that's probably what gave them the win there was that Vice ult.
Yeah. So how are they going to convert around when they don't have something like that Vice ult? That's what we're going to have to see here. Gummy having to just walk back away from sight. Does not want to engage with more than 3 there. We are going to commit the Clove ult this time. We have confirmed that all of A side itself is clear. However, the Waylay in the back is going to just trying to wait out this Clove. Not wanting to give an engagement. Does not, in fact, give him the engagement.
Spike planted.
Bringing man advantage back to even.
Rotate's still waiting to come through from B?
Yeah, it seems like we're just going to have to go ahead and commit this Waylay ult, but the counter fatal is going to come in as well. And that is going to put NCVA on a very good spot. Now in a 2v3. It's going to be quite difficult for CAVA to try and retake this bomb site. Spots the one out. Knows there's a second. Great headshots. And now there's down to a 2v1 all of a sudden.
One enemy remaining.
With the late Saturn lurk, he has to swing this bomb because he knows he's not there and gets the headshot.
Did they really
Wow.
think they could scare me?
I was going to say it was almost over from the start. CAVA almost brought it back, but NCVA pulls it away. That fade?
The Fade ult?
Not even the fade ult. Fade on CAVA should have probably rotated a lot quicker.
Oh, yeah.
Bomb was down for quite a while before they decided to rotate over, and I'm not entirely sure why.
Yeah, I guess some sort of miscommunication from the team saying, hey, you need to be here for this retake, and then they decided, you know what, we just need to send it here. We don't have the time for it, so.
Yeah, that speed could have been the difference. Very close round, though, making it 4-2.
They are going to try and control this this A-Link here from Gummy. And then we have the supporting smoke coming out behind him. Just decides to give it up. They're willing to fight for this A space. They've been doing pretty good for the most part on their retakes. Even if they didn't quite win it last time, they came very, very close. So they're very confident on their A retakes.
NCVA is leaving bomb. Wanting to see where they can find an opening.
Looks like that opening is going to be on the A site. We have walked up all the way up elbow here. We have spotted out the trip here. We're going to try and stall for as long as we can now. Spots one out.
Gotta go quick now.
Weird timing coming in from the deadlock. I'm surprised the soundbar didn't activate, actually, for that fight.
Spike planted.
That one really confused me. I won't even lie.
So that's going to be another execute on the side of NCVA. Ooh, nice shot coming in from the Clove. Less nice shots, but that's okay. You got your first one.
You got your one. That's all you need.
Stealing sight.
Last player standing.
Great trade, but the left-right is just too strong in that scenario. NCVA clearing up their third win in a row, actually.
Yeah, clearly whatever they talked about in that timeout has been working great for them. Don't know what it could have been, but they're not wanting to go down without a fight.
Something that I personally have noticed them doing is they are taking advantage more of this mid control. Even if they're not necessarily taking it always, they are aggressing it and showing, hey, we have presence here and we're willing to fight for it, which means that you're not able to put as many bodies on the site.
Yeah, the defender side, they're not really giving a whole lot of look towards it. They'll have one person that kind of peeks it, but doesn't really stop them from taking control.
Yeah. That's exactly right. And this smoke here at the top of mid here is incredibly strong as it allows them to not walk up. Kusagi? Like, Kusagi, actually, is how you say that. I can read.
Thanks.
With the judge in this A-Link scenario, he is going to get caught with his smoke out. If he's not ready for it, no, that timing.
2-4 almost gave him a chance there.
Oh, great clear coming in from Tokyo as well. And now it's just the Sentinel v Sentinel. Bonehead is going to take it for him and decides, hey, I just need to play my life. We can go for a retake in this scenario.
It's a smart play to wait for your team. You don't want to give them extra kills that you don't need to.
It is going to be a retake with all three coming from the CT side. We're going to try and jet dash out, try and make some space, but the Yoru clone is going to mess him up a little bit. Yeah, that is going to be a fourth win in a row now for NCVA.
Yeah, kind of a hard site to take space on.
Yeah.
Since it's quite literally just a box. So you hop in there, you're looked at from every angle.
Yeah, so from the A site on attacker side, you have two little choke points that you can go through, and you have more of a way to entry on the site. Whereas if you're trying to fight from CT, there's only that one entry point from back site that you can really use to get into site. And so you don't really want to try and send all three of your people in from there. But when you have no choice, you just gotta kind of send it.
We're actually seeing CAVA take their first timeout of the series.
Yeah.
Exactly the same way that NCVA did this game.
Mm-hmm.
You lose 4 in a row, take the timeout, figure it out. Let's see if they're able to convert the same way that they did.
We'll have to see. This is going to be, it looks like they're kind of trying to force, just based on the buys right now. That could change as soon as this timeout ends. But a force from CAVA could actually be detrimental, assuming that they lose this round, which most likely they are going to. They're actually forcing this Bucky even, which just goes to show how little funds they have.
Gummy is going kind of crazy this game. 12-4 in 8 rounds.
Yeah. Even if they haven't won the last 4 rounds in a row, Gummy's been doing a great job at holding this link position and then backing off when he feels like he's no longer comfortable holding it.
While they have lost 4 in a row, a lot of the rounds have been close. There have been a few that it's just a sweep. But they've been keeping these rounds very close between 1 or 2 people alive left.
Yeah. You actually even can tell that whatever CAVA talked about, they have swapped some of their positions of what they're playing. They've actually swapped the positions of their Omen and their Waylay. They're having their Waylay try and contest this mid space from the window instead of from the A link.
CVA heavy on this mid push, though. I don't know if Gummy is going to be ready for it.
He also doesn't really have a way to escape. He did not set his
flash.
teleporter. He sets it up there in the corner. He is going to try and take an engagement here.
Might be enough to make them think that he gets away. That does not last long.
No, it is. It's not like one of those set and forgets like Yoru's TP is. It's one of
Yeah.
those sets and you have to use it if you want to get value out of it.
More for an aggressive play.
A lot slower of a round coming out here from both teams. They're really just trying to hold this much space that they can. We did dog to clear out the A link, which means that we know that we can at least walk up most of it.
Who's next?
But if we do, the Waylay Gummy is going to have the timing here. And it looks like he does try for it. Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
Gummy might have a chance here to get a pick. Saturn was ready for it, though.
The counter late
30
lurk coming in
seconds
from
left.
Saturn. Or, so, excuse me, Tokyo actually was who had the counter late lurk.
Going to be a free sight.
And yet again, we're going to have to
Spike
go ahead and
planted.
try and
Those
retake
ones
from
left.
this one choke point outside of ACT side.
2v5 retake on this A site.
Oh,
Sounds
this is going to be
awful.
rough. Oh, my Jet Knives. Not quite able to do their job there. Skirp getting 3 in the round.
Yeah, lined up for him right there. Once NCVA gets these sites, it's really hard to break through on these retakes.
Yeah, taking the A site is definitely a lot harder than taking the B site, but once you have taken it, it's way easier to hold because of how difficult it is to take.
Well, it may be harder, but they sure do love to take it. They went for the B site, what, twice?
Yeah, twice so far in this half.
They got it once and were completely stuffed the other time.
We're going to see an aggressive swing out here from the Waylay just to really try and control this space. I actually lied. He's not being aggressive. He's just holding the angle.
Just a little bit of a joke there.
No peeking.
And yeah, now NCVA has realized, hey, they're leaving all of this mid control up for us, and we can just kind of walk up and take as much of it as we can. They actually ended up walling off this A-Link choke really early on in the round.
Jeez. Those have a lot of HP.
It's so much HP. Like, you think a Sage Wall has a lot of HP, but, like, you can get through it in one clip. You just can't get through a Deadlock Wall in one clip. It's insane.
Sage is wash, I think.
Yeah. Speaking of washed, Gummy.
That's
It
crazy.
gets lurked on yet again. Just kind of walked in on up the mid there, and another great entry coming in from Tokyo is able to control that A main space, and now a lot of the site is free. A lonely Deadlock with a Stinger. Trying to control this elbow space, which I actually think is a great play, because now the Deadlock is low. Are going to lose their life for walking into elbow here.
Still possible to get this retake done. A 3v4. Really slowing down, waiting for their teammates to get here.
Yeah, they have the information from that clone that there's a player playing in that link area. Are going to try and flash.
Last player standing.
Kusagi getting his one. Is not able to follow it up from Red's goat, unfortunately, though. And that's going to put the half at 6-4 now so far. 2 more rounds remaining.
That's 6 in a row
Yeah.
for NCVA. Crazy you called Gummy washed. 12 and 6.
Just throwing a little bit of shade every now and then. It's fine.
It's all right. Don't take it personally, Gummy.
No, thank you.
You're popping off this game. This guy's maybe gold if he's lucky.
What are you talking about?
You being bad at the game.
I am bad at the game. But that doesn't mean that I can't make fun of the people that I see being bad at the game.
It's actually the only thing you can usually do if you're bad at the game. You have to just you make fun of the people that are better than you at the game. Because
That's all I can do to hurt them.
yeah, that's what you have- that's
they
what
hurt
needs
me in
done.
game. And the only way I can hurt them back is verbally.
Face your fear.
That's crazy.
Speaking of being hurt, it seems like the B bomb site is going to be double ulted in order to take all of the site here. That's going to be a free bomb site for NCVA. Having to just wait out the use of their primary guns here.
Spike
Yeah,
planted.
that is going to now be a 4v5 retake coming in from CAVA. Not the spot you want to be in. Counter Fatal is going to come out here. We do know there's one close left here. Is going to probably just get sprayed. Yeah, not much you can do. Heaven player is going to do a lot of damage. Slurp getting 4, actually. Is he going to go for the ace? No, it is stolen by Staturn right there at the end. Gummy tries to get a little tricky with his dash, but it is unfortunately already
Last
been
round
covered.
in the half.
It did look like there for a second that CAVA was going to be able to break through, but then they just lined up for 3 kills right away.
Yeah, it's super duper hard to try and come out of the B site when you don't have that heaven smoke. Being able to smoke off heaven there, because it's so vertically high up, and as well as the angle advantage you just do and don't get based on whether or not you're up there, is so difficult to deal with.
Yeah. They played it fairly well, just kind of lined up. They like just positioning slightly different, and they might have had a chance there. 24 getting a pick on Gummy right away.
Great trade coming in from the Tactical Cheeks here. Knows that the Yoru is trailing on them. And this Yoru has all of the back bomb site, is able to TP away before coming out of his ult there.
Is that a Bucky in someone's hands? Yep.
Yes, sir.
I saw the bullet spray.
Yeah, we did spend the Omen ult to try and get onto the site in time, and they were barely able to, but it's not going to matter because the NCVA is actually opting to rotate back onto B.
They need to be kind of quick for this, though. CAVA can get there pretty easily.
I don't know that they're going to, especially with that pick on Saturn, if they don't see anything now. Oh, but they're wrapping back onto A. Yoru getting very aggressive with how well he can see these people, and yeah, that
Running
angle
back
advantage is
B.
going to net him a kill there.
That's going to make it a 3v3 retake. They have to assume nobody's here.
Yeah, at that point, when you see the person slow walking like that, you just kind of...
That'll be a free bomb plant, as long as they're quick about it.
Interesting Omen ult there. I
Spike
don't know
planted.
why we would open Omen ult into your own CT. Normally, you would want to ult onto like the site for some sort of information, whether that be heaven or whatnot. But a nice double headshot from Sharp or Skirp there.
You want to play?
You've said his name
Let's
differently
play.
every single time.
Every single time, I know.
Blocking sight.
It's not a traditional name that I know him by, unfortunately.
Oh. You know him by something else?
Yeah, I know him as Yoru.
Oh.
Here.
Retake's coming through.
Last player standing.
Scarp
enemy
is
remaining.
able to take the bomb.
Down to a 1v1.
Death.
And yeah, he
Fakes
can just
it.
hold it.
Only had 4
Yeah.
bullets in his mag.
That is going to be the half going in favor of NCVA.
8 rounds in a row.
8 rounds in a row. Great turnaround in terms of their strategy, and I'm hopefully mental as well, actually, after that.
Well, that's why you take... You gotta not be afraid to take those timeouts.
Yeah.
You'll see it a lot in collegiate and in pro scenes. They just refuse to take a timeout, and then by the time they do, it's already too late.
Yeah. There's not really anything that you can adjust that would change the course of the map at that point.
Yeah, after so many rounds, it's already done. Doing it with only 4 rounds in, you have plenty of times to adjust your strategy and figure out what they are going to do.
That being said, reminder that it was CAVA that took the map #1 over on Abyss there, actually. So we're potentially right now, the way it's looking, it's seeming like we're going to end this series in a 1-1 today. However, there is still a lot more Valorant left to be played, so we'll have to see how CAVA decides to come back on their offense here.
4 rounds is the difference. They wanted to go for this B site, but got almost stopped immediately.
They
Still going for it quick, though.
Yeah, they had to wait out the Vice wall, and Gummy going back site is not going to able to get his pick there on his entry. However, his teammates following up behind him are able to get quite a few of them, but it's not going to matter because Saturn gets a 4K.
Trades were going back and forth there at the start, but Saturn was just able to lock in and get those picks.
Very nice shots and very good positioning coming in from Saturn there right at the end. Having a phenomenal game himself. We were talking about how Gummy's having a pretty good game. Saturn and Skirp is actually having great games themselves, actually. 16-6 and 15-9.
Pulling out the Bucky. Honestly, I'm surprised. I guess we've seen quite a bit of Buckies.
Yeah.
Is the Judge even good anymore?
Judge is great, actually. If you can upgrade your Bucky to a Judge, that's where it starts getting really, really good.
I feel like I never saw anyone buy a Judge, but they're always buying the Bucky.
the Kusagi some round or whatever that they were playing a Link where they got caught out with their smoke, they had a Judge in that scenario. So we have seen it gone a couple times, but not really.
Well, the Bucky's pretty good. I like to call it the sniper of Valorant.
And why is that? He just likes to call it that, chat.
You ever gotten long-range kills with it?
Never.
I have.
That's insane.
All the time. It takes like 60 bullets, but...
Ever since they removed the ability for right-click to do literally anything in the game.
Oh, see, I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, you cannot right-click any. Well, you can right-click with it, but it just doesn't do anything. You do more damage with the left-click at range than you do the right-click now.
That makes no sense.
I know. It's unfortunate, but the Bucky was a little too good the other
So
day.
they nerfed my sniper, I see.
Yeah. Looks like we are going to go ahead and try and execute onto this B bomb site anyway. We have the Euro TP there just to try and let us out, but we have the Vice playing here in the secret position. This is a wall-bangable position if CAVA knows about it. However, they're opting to just rotate out, but it doesn't matter because CAVA has all of the bomb or mid control right now. Nice spray. Is able to get out with their life and almost get a second.
30 seconds left.
Might have been a little greedy on it.
They only have 30 seconds to try and hit this A bomb site here, but there are 2 of NCVA defenders here already. With an outlaw, no less, it looks like. Yeah, that's going to do 140 to the body. Immediately death there, but hey, double dink to the head.
These pistols are putting in the work that it needs to. They need to be able to get bomb down.
Bomb has to start going down right now, and it is barely going to go down just in time.
That's so close.
It was very
Spike
close.
planted.
0.2 seconds left on the clock, as you could see there.
They're all very low, though. This is a possible retake.
Yeah, but Tokyo is low himself. We missed the shot there on the outlaw. Goes for the jump peek to just try and clear it, but you got to be worried about this close corner here. They're not there. He spots one out in the elbow position here. Trying to bait it out.
Too much noise.
Goes for the hold and swings a little wide. Bonehead able to take Marvel's Tokyo out.
Did they force on that round, or was that just their pistols?
No, that's just their pistols. They picked up quite a few guns off of them. That was a very good pistol round coming in here from NCVA.
I think it was, I believe, 24 that got that initial pick and then tried to get another one and gave him a gun.
I really like that they decided that they wanted to rotate off the B site there. And even though NCVA had the mid positioning, they weren't able to capitalize off of it as well as they would have wanted to. If their Clove was able to get 2, that round goes completely different. Unfortunate TP usage there. You hate to see it.
Heavy on this mid presence, though. 24 is here with a pistol.
Trying to just kind of hope that they walk into the smoke here. I feel like CAVA should know that one of their players is in the smoke. Yeah, they're just going to let the Clove play their life out here now.
Playing this round very slowly. I would assume they know that NCVA has very bad guns right now.
Mm-hmm. They're really trying to just figure out, hey, where are they stacked? What are they trying to hold themselves? But no, everybody's playing super duper passively right now. A lot of the times you'll see on the pistols that everybody groups up as 5 and tries to go get a kill, but that's not happening in this case. Yeah, we're still just holding this mid control, really. Spotting a little bit with the fade there right at the top of mid. And we are going to see all 3, maybe even 4, actually. We have the information now.
No peeking.
Smoke's going out. We are going to
30
try and take
seconds
Link. Clove is going to get this late lurk out of the smoke.
Are they gonna be
They're
able
a
to
little too
capitalize?
late, though. They have to start speeding it up here, and their own smoke is actually in their way.
And their classic put in the work. It gets 1.
It's their
Spike
1.
down A.
And that's enough for NCVA to start doubting themselves, but it
seconds
doesn't
left.
matter because their holds with the pistols is too good right now.
Last player
So much
standing.
damage coming onto Red's to go. It finally falls.
Stay down.
Tactical cheats right at the end.
That is 2 save rounds that win.
Yes, back-to-back from both teams, actually. So both teams on their save strats have been quite
the drill.
impressive.
Yeah,
to
I
the
don't
rolls
even
and
know what
crush it.
really happened in that one. It looks like there is a pause coming in here. I don't know if this is actually a timeout.
Because they have used... No, they've only used the one so far.
Yeah,
for
they
this
had
map,
to.
so-
I know they were talking something in chat about it.
Oh,
A
I see.
little
Well,
bit of lag
it's...
issues.
Yeah,
But
well,
this might actually just be a timeout, hoping they can try and fix it.
Yeah.
That is second timeout for CAVA.
yeah. I really like the discipline that both teams were able to... They really were like aware of the way that each other were probably going to end up playing and then counterpicking off of that, right? Like they... CAVA knew, hey, they're most likely going to try and run at us as a lot. We want to figure out where that is so we can go the opposite direction. And NCVA was like, hey, they're probably going to be waiting for us, so we're just going to hold our defaults, our sights, try and see if we can get a pick on a gun, and then they were able to do that.
There's been a lot more back and forth. They try and get a little info to sight. If they're not able to get it, they run it back, switch it out, try and get the team or the defender to rotate.
Currently sitting at a negative 5-second timeout here. I love this.
Timeout
Shouts out-
strategy goes crazy.
Figured out how to invert time here
Why is it doing this?
because the match timer is paused.
Oh,
That would be why.
I see. So it does seem like they're fixing their tech issues, hoping to fix the lag.
Yeah. Not much you can really do. Yeah, it looks like it is Gummy that is currently having the issues at a stable 185 ping as we speak.
Doesn't seem like Gummy was struggling with it too much though, or maybe it kind of just started.
I think it just started. I have not noticed any lag issues coming from either, but we haven't been observing Gummy nearly as much as we were at the beginning. So
No. I think they're just gonna have to run it. There's not a whole lot that can be done if lag is happening.
the best I think you can do is try and restart your PC and just hop back in.
I think I saw them relog,
Mhm.
but there's not a whole lot they can do besides that.
We'll
Match
see.
time is still paused though. I think they were just making it so people could move.
Yeah, during like a tech pause, your characters, you're supposed to like not move, like so this person should not be spending this gun as much as they are.
Yeah.
Very invincible looking Jet right now, not phased in the slightest. Never mind, immediately phased.
That was rude.
The guy had so much to live for.
Winter.
It's actually
Looks-
not winter. If you wouldn't believe it, that all of the white particles and stuff on the floor you see is actually salt, which is weird
Oh, corrode.
because it's corrode.
I don't get it. Match is going by the looks of it again.
Okay. Things hopefully has been stabilized going forward here. NCVA is up 10-5 going forward. They are 3 away from the game point here, which would put them at 1-1 for the series. Again, CAVA just opting to take this mid control. It's very strong for the side of attacking. However, they're going to run into both the Clove as well as the Chamber, who's able to TP out. A lot of damage going through wall bangs here.
Below half HP now. Really wanting this mid presence here. Even CAVA is ready for it though.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to actually try and force our way all the way up mid here. Dog
Up
is
to
going to be
40.
spotted. You have the information. There's at least one here at the very top of mid. Shorty here is going to do a lot of damage.
Back and forth trade though.
Does not clear the corner, but an
Spike
immediately
down,
trade from
B.
Gummy. We are going to execute onto the B site now.
Bone really wanted that spike plant.
Yeah, that is going to be the bomb site free for them. We'll have to see Clove with her back to the
Slow.
elbow here. Unfortunately, is going to
30
die, and
seconds
that is
left.
going to be a man re-advantage now.
Still keeping it even.
Spike planted.
Trades are going back and forth. Spike is planted though. That'd be a retake from NCVA.
CVA does have the Yoru util to try and come back here. That is the Fade util coming out. Hey, we know that there's a person here now.
Last player standing.
Person stuck in the cubby is spotted out. We know they're there. Oh, the pre-fire is not quite able to hit him, and Gummy swings and gets, what was that, 3 for the round? Yes, 4, actually.
Getting tired is optional. Keep the energy up.
Yeah, don't even know what to say about that one. That was just a bit of a back and forth throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, CAVA really wanted to take that mid control, and they were able to do so much damage just by spraying through that wall. They know that, hey, who is it that's been walking up here? Where's the Clove on the map? I can't read. Oh, 24. 24 has been walking up and playing in that wall position, but that is wall bangable and very punishable.
Well, that ping switch really helped Gummy there.
Shadows traveling.
Looks like we are going to go ahead and try and rush. A is 5 here. We're going to go ahead and take all of this elbow control. We have cleared back behind the box there.
Be right back.
All of elbow is now ours. There's no way we actually clear that. Judge coming in from our homie behind the box here. His TP does not get destroyed.
Herp on the flank, able to get one, gets another.
Spike
2
down
rock
A.
right into his crosshair. Flash coming out. Is able to really
enemy
pull.
remaining.
All right, nice shot right there at the end. And hey, that's going to be a great hold coming from NCVA there.
Yeah, a little bit of an aim trainer there for Skirp.
Don't you hate that when that happens? When
Missed
you're-
the full spray and then just one tap like it's nothing.
I hate it when the person just is running one direction. My bullets are always spraying right behind
You're
them.
just
It's
like a millisecond of speed behind them. Close, but then he cleaned it up.
he cleaned it up right there at the end.
Making it 11-6 now. Skirp has been having a pretty good game.
Yeah, being able to utilize that Yoru. So Yoru is everywhere and anywhere all at once, and that is the strength of the character. And Skirp is doing a great job at being everywhere for his team.
Jet ult is coming out.
Yeah, opting to save their money for the kunai instead. We have cleared all the way up until this choke point here. We are going to try and take a lot more of this space with the Gummy TP here. Wall does go out. Doesn't matter. Bring yourself back. Deadlock ult is going to come out. Not going to scan anything, though.
Have one of these.
A lot of util going back and forth. No picks. For either side, though.
Oh, right at the very end, the last one mattered the most. Trades back and forth and back and forth. I love the run up with the pistol. Just right clicks just to make sure that they can confirm the kill there.
CAVA comes out on top with the picks. Man advantage.
Spots the one out, does a bit of damage to him. And by a bit, I mean he's at 1. I don't know if he gets spotted out here. He's able to spray and
Lines
get
up.
2.
Spike down B.
And the third.
If you can't do something
Giving
right,
Marbles
don't
4.
do it at all.
And that puts them at match point for
Match
map
point.
number 2 here. They really want to take it home.
Yeah, that push out was just a little bit, just not great, lining up for him. I guess not a whole lot else that can be done in that position, though.
No, especially with how low damage they all were. They kind of needed to run out together at the same time. But then when they're both clearing the same side instead of looking the different directions, they're going to end up getting sprayed down,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Marvel's just played it very well.
Yeah.
Does make it match point, though.
We do know there's at least 2 here trying to hit B, and we do see the immediate clove smoke to try and delay it, but it's not going to matter. They're just going to run out no matter what. Vice is here, meaning that only one person can walk out of the site here. And that is going to be the Omen. Able to find theirs with the Stinger. Barely gets away with getting hit by the dog, too. Oh, that's great information for Skirp there.
Down B. Right here.
I love that Yoru play, baiting out the flash and the clone util to try and make sure, hey.
Enemy remaining. Last player
It's just
standing.
now going down 1v1.
Ooh.
Tactical clutches it up, keeping their team in this game.
He actually did wallbang Tactical there with the Odin through the wall, but unfortunately it does not do a whole lot of damage, and so they were not able to get up the kill to secure the game for him.
That was such a quick sight take from CAVA there. And it worked very well.
It worked very well, especially considering the fact that they still had to deal with that Vice wall beforehand. They had to shoot that wall out just so that they can make sure and flood in behind their Omen. Kusagi doing a great job at just running through and being like, hey, I'm the only one here. I got to do my job. And he got his job done.
They won the round, but this buy still looks a little weird.
Placing wall trap.
All trap going down yet again.
Wanting this
are
side
able to-
quick again.
We have marked 4. Swinging out is a little scary. I don't believe he didn't see that guy flash. That's crazy. It blended in with the stuff. Able to get the pick anyway. All banged just to make sure that they are living here. And yeah, NCVA has done a great job at holding this bomb site down. They really have played retake in this scenario. And yeah, that's going to mean that we've gone 1-1 for the week.
Yeah, NCVA completely turned around from the first map. They played so much better. Aim duels, their aim was just better than CAVA's on this map.
I think their adaptability as well was something that we should be speaking about a lot more too. They really were super keen on holding that mid a lot better than they did on Abyss. And they also, yeah, like you were saying, their fights were just way better. They were taking better gunfights for the guns that they had, and they were taking them with buddies. Even if you end up getting one and you get traded out, if there's somebody behind you, you can get a potentially second trade follow-up that is super duper good, and NCVA did a way better job at doing that this time.
Yeah, Skirp and Saturn both had amazing games that round.
Yeah.
And I also got to give props to Gummy. Gummy had a great first half, especially.
Oh yeah.
Might have went a little bit lower on the second half, but that first half, that's where they got their rounds, and it showed.
So that was a phenomenal game coming in from both sides of the people. So excellent game. We're very excited. Very excited that we were able to stream this week number 2 for the K12 collegiate or not collegiate esports league for them.
K12,
I'm
yes.
gonna have to get used to saying that here in the next coming weeks. But
It was a very, very good series all around.
oh yeah,
Both teams have a lot of potential.
Mhm.
I'm only curious what to see, like what the rest of this league has to bring, which will be here on the Twitch channel, I guess.
Yep. I
We'll
think
be
we're-
hosting.
We'll be streaming them on the K12 Esports League channel going forward. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Even if we didn't see it, I was looking at the chat. You guys are awesome in there. Thank you everybody for tuning in, supporting your kids, and doing a great thing for your guys' high school league. So you guys are doing awesome out there. You have anything? You have any closing thoughts, closing remarks you want to say about how this day went today?
I thought it was a blast to watch, blast to cast. I'm excited to see what the rest of the teams in this league have to bring, and I just kind of want to see how the rest of the series goes throughout the whole season.
Yeah. Well, you guys can go ahead and tune in next week, Mondays at 4 p.m. PST, 5 p.m. Mountain Time. If you guys would like to continue watching this Valorant collegiate series, or not collegiate. It's not collegiate. I got to remember that. I got to remember that every single time. This K12 series going forward, you can tune in Mondays at 4 p.m. PST for future. I've been ZG Fenrir.
I've been Weedles.
Hey, you guys make sure you guys have a lovely night.
Goodbye.